Hey y'all, it's Abriana, host of Black in the Saddle. And I am really excited to be here. So excited, in fact, that this is my third time recording this warm-up session. And so I am taking a deep breath because my technology, Mercury is in retrograde. It is in the microwave, and technology is not our friend right now. But I refuse to not get this episode off my chest. I refuse to let technology kick my tail, okay? I refuse. And so here we are, recording this for the third time. We have audio. I am watching it. I am making sure that everything is working good. I've got a little bit of a new setup, and it's up. It's up from here, okay? It is up from here. Welcome y'all to this warm-up session. What is a warm-up, you say? Well, we all know what warm-ups are when it comes to working with horses, right? But as far as coming into the Black in the Saddle podcast, I haven't published an episode since November of 2022. And one of the things that I don't want to happen, because it has happened in the past, is that I get overwhelmed by the amount of work, the editing, the transcripts, the show notes, all this stuff. It's overwhelming, honestly. And I want to ease into this thing so that it feels good, it resonates with you, and I can just show up really as my authentic self, with the passion and the drive that I had before I started trying to make this thing perfect. One of the things that I have learned about how I work is that when I encounter consistent resistance, I really have to ask myself, where have I become misaligned? You know, where has there been some sort of confusion or some sort of change that has created a constant challenge, like walking through molasses. I have a belief that when things align and feel and are right for me, there's a certain ease that comes with that work. And it doesn't mean that I don't work hard. It means that the work feels so aligned that working hard doesn't feel like working hard. And that's how it was early on in this podcast. So that's what I'm getting back to. Now, I think I will save all of the, where I've been and what I've been doing for the episode that actually relaunches this podcast. This is a warm-up. This is an ease into it. And, I have been called to do this for a couple weeks now. And it was like as soon as I decided that I wanted to come back, I had congestion, I was traveling, I was away from home, I was having to figure out if I had my technology on deck, and I'm still dealing with congestion. It's better. My voice doesn't sound as weird, but still congested. That's what happens when you turn 30. Everything falls apart. Okay. But I knew that those things were happening to question my dedication to doing this. I knew that. And because of that, we're on the third recording of this podcast today. Today is December 26, 2023. And, you know, I am not of the mind. I'm not one of those people who wants to get to the end of the year and try to do so much, do a lot. Just running. You know, 2024 is going to be here before you know it. Oh my God. No, bro, it's literally just going to be another day. But I am someone who understands what that ease feels like. And from what I know about me, when I have the opportunity to be creative, that is when ease flows. That's when I feel like I am in a flow. I can move fast. I can get a lot done. And I feel really good about the work that I'm doing. And being a creative, I'm one of those people who can take pieces of things and figure out how it can turn into a whole. I can take ideas and just nurture them and watch them blossom. I can be confronted with a challenge and figure out how to get through when creativity is the first option for me. But if I find myself in a position where creativity isn't the first move, everything becomes much harder. And, you know, I think that's gonna be the question that I pose here in this warm-up session. How can we, as whoever you are, horsemen, horsewoman, horse folk, horse people, how can we be creative about how we show up in this industry? How can we be creative about how we show up in this industry? I think that one of the challenges about being a Black woman in this industry is that I am not following blueprints. You know, when I look at the things that I want to do and the things I want to create, I don't see blueprints. I don't see someone that I can say, yeah, they're doing it. Let me just see what paths they have paved and walk up that. That's not really happening. I can take pieces from different stories and piece together what I believe is the next best step. But we're in a position, some people might not like this position, but we are in a position to get creative about how we move in this industry. And I'm just a firm believer that our ability to do so as Black people, to get creative in any constraint. That is a skill that I 100% know that we have. Sometimes we just might need a little bit of permission to pull that out. And, you know, one of the things that someone asked me, in a little bit of a different context, but I don't want to spoil that conversation just yet. But they said, this Dr. Veronica Lack of the Herd Institute, she said, what do you want people to feel when they enter that space? And when I think about producing episodes and having conversations and telling stories and really engaging in deep thought about who we are in this industry and the decisions we make to move through the industry in a way that is very unique to us. When she asked me that, how do you want people to feel when they enter that space? The first word that came to my mind was seen. I want people to feel seen in whatever route they take in this industry. Black in the Saddle is here to acknowledge the impact and the influence of Black people on the horse industry. That's what I'm here for. And when you listen, when you share this episode with a friend, when you say, oh my God, did you listen to Aubriana? Did you see what she put out? I cannot believe. I want you to say, wow, I felt that. Yeah, yes, me too. Or yeah, honestly, that's something that I've been wondering about, but I didn't know how to put it into words. Or I've had this passion and I have not been able to explain it. And I'm now in a space with somebody who gets it and gets me. And I feel seen. I want people to feel acknowledged for the work that they're doing. I want to tell stories of triumph, of curiosity, and of creativity. And so that's what I'm envisioning this platform looking like going forward. You might see some different voices from the beginning. I was very adamant about this platform only sharing Black stories. And you know, this is me posing a question to you, another question, okay? Because I'm curious to know, you know, what is the first feeling that you would have hearing from someone who does not identify as Black in this industry and learning from them? I can see some benefits because I know some really awesome people who could share some insights that might help somebody. But I also understand the sanctity of this space. And that's not something that I have pushed for yet. It's not something I have created the opportunity for yet. And the sanctity of the space may outweigh that curiosity. So I would love to know how you feel about that. But I appreciate you listening today. I appreciate you easing into this new year, new work, new beliefs, new episodes with me. Something else I gotta ease back into. Please like, subscribe, follow, all the things. You can subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And let me know. Let me know what you thought about this. Let me know how it spoke to you, because I really, really, really want to get more creative about the work that I'm doing with Black in the Saddle. And I know part of that is figuring out what is wanted. You know, I'm going to be doing a lot of it, listening. What is still missing? What stories are you still wanting to hear? What insights are you still wanting to hear a conversation about? Because if it's one thing I'm going to do is talk. Okay? Yep. That has not changed. All right? So, thank you for listening to this warm-up session. I will see you next time.